contemplating for some time buying a full-size heavy-duty lathe. I had narrowed down to either the one-way lathe or the Powermatic 3520C. Recently, Powermatic gave an $800 discount. I happened to look on Home Depot and can buy it through them, and because I'm retired military, I was able to get an additional 10%, which was $1,200. 32 would have been nice. $1,200 off the price, and Home Depot does free delivery. I am so happy with this lathe. It is an excellent tool. But I also want to thank all the people on the internet who wrote about their lathe and receiving it and how to set it up. I'm in my 70s, I weigh around 155 pounds, and I was actually able to do it by myself. Well, I had a friend, I'll show you, that helped, and it was a wonderful process. It actually only took me about 2 hours to get it put together. Big shout out to Mike on his YouTube video that showed how to lift the Powermatic lathe with the bed and the headstock attached. It worked perfectly for me, and I really appreciated that. So the friend that helped me was this Harbor Freight um, shop crane, and I can't say enough about it. The quality of the piece was amazing. I went with the 2-ton. You can get a 1-ton or 2-ton. The 2-ton was on sale, so it wasn't much more than the 1-ton, and I went ahead and purchased it. But it was amazing, and I was able to put it together all by myself. The shop, unfortunately, the space where it was going wasn't big enough for me to try to um, put it together in the shop. So I put it together in my garage bay, and then I put it on a set of heavy-duty appliance dollies when it was all finished, rolled it into the workshop, and then took the hoist because it collapses, rolled it in, deployed it, lifted it up, and got them off the dollies, and it worked quite well. So as you can see, the shop crane, when it's folded up, has a fairly nominal footprint, which is nice for storage. So this is a lathe all set up. I can't say enough about it. It is such a high quality tool. The machining is excellent. What I was amazed about is after setting it up, I slid the headstock and tailstock backwards and forwards, and at every point the spindle is lined up perfectly, which is a great thing. As I said previously, there's lots of information on the internet about this particular tool, and one of the things that was written a lot about and people having some anxiety over was the connection at this electrical switch. It really makes sense because the main power, you want it shut off if you're not using the tool. That way the inverter and all the other electronics are not being energized. There are 4 screws that you take off. The switch, it stays with the plate, and it is a round switch. It has 4 terminals numbered 1 through 4. 2 and 4 are wired to the inverter, black and a white wire, and the terminal 1 coincides with terminal 2. I used a continuity tester just to make sure, and that's how they're set up. So I just plugged the black power wire into number 1, which connects to the black on number 2, and then the white into 3, which connects with the white into 4. And it was really a pretty simple connection. The wiring diagram internally uses 14 gauge wire, which is what most of my 230 tools use, and so that's the power cord I used was a 230 volt. When I had my shop added on to the back of my garage, I wired the bejesus out of it, and I have outlets every couple of feet. I have 5 230 volt outlets, 20 amps apiece. This is the configuration of the outlet. So that takes a NEMA 6-20 plug. The 20 means 20 amp, but it really is a pretty easy connection. The plug looks something like this. a 15 amp plug, the two power prongs will be going in the same direction horizontally. So that's all I have. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you're considering buying this lathe, I would say that it is an excellent purchase.